You are now tuned in to another episode of the Sillygirlspodcast. I'm your girl Charsla.
I'm your girl KeeKee.
And on this podcast, we dance in the rain. What's good, City Squad? It's your girl, the Sillygirlspodcast, and we're back with another fresh hot episode for you. So please go ahead and like the video. Go ahead and comment and just say hi. Also, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time that we drop a video, as well as tap that subscribe button, because that's how you let us know that y'all for real rock with us. Because some of y'all just be coming to fuck us and leave us, and not leave the money on the dresser and put a ring on it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't no prostitutes, my nigga. God damn. Put a ring on this shit. Like, for real, for real. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That means hit that subscribe button. Also, it is an arrow that is right under this video. And the arrow means that you can tell somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And because they family, I gotta tell them how I tell my family.
Tell them.
Share this motherfucker to a friend. Share it to everybody on your timeline, on your contact list, on the list where they make you moan and call their name. And then you be like, damn, I bet the neighbors know your name, because I thought your name was something else. But the fact that you know what I'm saying, you just let me go. And you're like, you don't be calling them names?
I bet the neighbors.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They let you call their name. They just... It's Share to all them lists. Also, it is a description box. In that description box, it has some links to actually take you over to a podcast platform, as well as our social media accounts. Okay, follow us on TikTok, because you know what I'm saying, that's where we get the most love. So follow us on that. Okay, seriously, and make some of our videos go viral. But y'all know it's our favorite time of every episode, because I get the honor to introduce this baby blue, sexy blue. How you doing, you sexy blue baby? Hey, sexy blue baby.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. How your sexy ass doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Damn, no. How you doing though?
No, for real, I'm doing good.
So,
yeah.
How you and your man been doing?
Why she keep saying I got a man? She every damn time you try to slide that in. I ain't the type of bitch who just slide things in.
That's what he did last night. You had told me, let me get on the phone with you so we can fuck. Because I'm finna slide this dick in my mouth. Swear you didn't get on the phone with me because you finna suck your man dick. She want to get on his camera and play, you know what I'm saying, like a fool. But she had the type to slide shit in. But you slid that dick in your mouth and, you know what I'm saying, your ass last night.
Hey, you a goddamn guy. My allergy, it be dripping right here like Roscoe. Like,
I was just finna say about, because man, I got head so last night, made my nose run.
Oh, you got head last night? Is that what you just said?
Huh?
You better watch what you say. We in Texas, and I don't know what they putting in the air, but it's like everybody nose is draining, or like they full of mucus and stuff. Like, I don't know what they doing, but
because all I'm thinking about was you said you gave head, and I'm thinking about the nose running. So this one is like all the way in there. You're like, ooh.
I know you just do it, Nike. How are you?
Just doing it? Shit.
Ain't nothing wrong with just doing it, honey.
Yeah, just doing it, having fun and doing it well. But so you and your man doing good?
Girl, what? I'm doing great. And how are you doing?
How my brother-in-law doing?
Girl, when you find him, let me know.
He was just over your house. We had FaceTime. Me and her was on FaceTime.
She just be lying.
Me and her was on FaceTime. Listen. And then y'all, the faithful watchers, y'all know when I'm lying or not. Listen, my face and look at her face. Seriously, swear to God, swear to the man up above. I was on FaceTime. I was on FaceTime with her last night, and your man was right there. So don't you tell our viewers a lie. You know you was sucking that thing last night.
Girl, she just lying. She lying, and that's all I'm gonna say. Cause I kept saying, she's like, who over there? Who next to you? And it was Jodeci, my dog.
That was today.
My dog was
today.
Cause anytime I'm on my phone, my dog would hit it, cause he like, bitch, you go.
That was when I FaceTime her today.
I ain't FaceTime that girl today.
Before you came over here,
no,
you fucking liar. Because I told you about what was going to go happen today.
She lied. She lying.
Bitch.
She is lying, y'all. And the truth ain't in you. But let's jump into this first time.
You ain't even asked me how I'm doing.
Oh, sorry. I did.
Damn.
You said you
just doing it. But then that was just because I was just going out for the shirt. Damn it, man. Fuck, you don't even care about me.
I know. We gonna dedicate this episode on Frank. Shout out to she lost her uncle. You have to cry with it. We gonna dedicate this to him. Because I'm gonna tell you how your niece is a whore. Cause you just sit up here doing it.
I'm not a whore.
Let's talk about you had your family gathering with all your people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that good? Like everything turned out good?
So yes, my uncle Frank passed away, and I threw him a balloon release or whatever. My family came like from out of town, like all over.
It looked
like
fun.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we enjoyed ourselves. Yeah. So.
And you know what? I'm glad y'all enjoyed yourself because I was like I looked at the weather app because that morning
it said it was gonna rain.
It was gonna rain, but it was really nice weather.
Prayed to
and
God,
you look so
like,
cute.
Thank you.
You look really cute. Yeah.
Thank
she
you.
sent me a picture, and I was just like. I think it's like one of my most favoriteest pictures ever. I'm gonna make it your contact. It's always good when family can come together and support. But you had a good time though, right?
This is a whole bitch that's sitting on the side of me.
Frankie, Frank. What was the Frankie? This was the Frankie, right? I've been getting the flex and all that anyway. But yeah, I'm happy to see.
I ain't looking at time.
I'm just happy to that y'all had a good time together because your family I love that about your family that they get together and do stuff like that because my family's so small. So when I see big families get together and do that, like the cousins come together, it's so.
There was so many people out there.
I bet.
Like it was crowded.
It was a good turnout.
Yeah,
good.
It was so I enjoyed them, and I enjoyed like I said the fact that my mom and them, you know what I'm saying, smiling and laughing.
Good,
you know what I'm saying? And
did she make an icebox pie? Lemon icebox?
No. She stole that recipe from my daddy. She don't try to
and she need to make us another
She stole it from my daddy. Yeah. But baby, when I tell you that I thought I was okay, because you know what I'm saying, like I ain't gonna lie. So I've been crying, you know what I'm saying, every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
However, you know what I'm saying, so I thought I was okay. Now mind you, because the last few days I ain't cried, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It don't be like boo hoo crying, but it just be you know what I'm saying, you know.
It's a tear.
Yeah, and so, but however, yesterday, you know what I'm saying, so I said the welcome and then the prayer, so because I asked, you know, some family, you know what I'm saying, who want to pray, you know what I'm saying, nobody said. So basically, you know what I'm saying, I prayed, and then, you know, as I was saying the welcome, it was the fact that I was looking at all my family that was gathered, and bitch, I just broke down. Right there. I'm like, y'all, thank y'all so much for coming. You know, I'm like,
no, because it's just the fact that you have to see. It's sad that like most families get together, but like they really, really get together when somebody dies. And it sucks because it's like, why can't we do this all the time? Why does it take losing somebody and then always saying the same shit? We gotta do better.
And then we don't do better.
We don't never do better.
We never do better. So basically, but then I promise you, I was like, yeah.
Because she'll get an ugly crying.
And I got an ugly. So basically, I
make
make other people cry. You know what I'm saying? Like how I make other people laugh, my laugh. Because I make other people cry. Because I was like, because I'm like, I'm looking at I'm like, let's go ahead. I was like, everybody gather around. Thank y'all so much. And I was looking around. I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Frank brought everybody out. And I was like, thank y'all so much. And then I was like, and then here come Amy them, take your time, baby. Take your time. And I'm like, because you know what I'm saying? Because then I was like, everybody struggle. So every time I would start trying to say something, I would kept getting choked up. And I'm like, get it together, bitch.
Yeah.
Get your crybaby ass together. You know what I'm saying? But however, like I said, yeah,
it was good.
It was good.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So let's jump in on a lighter note. Let's jump into our first topic.
So our first topic, we're going to talk about the effects of great teachers in this world. The reason why we're bringing this to a topic is because I don't know if y'all saw the viral video of Boosie. You know what I'm saying? He had saw one of his old teachers, and you know what I'm saying, the embrace that he gave her was like, you know what I'm saying, so special. It was genuine. It was, I just feel like he turned into that little boy in her classroom. You know what I'm saying?
He was like,
you know what I'm saying? And I mean, so I want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, like what the impact, you know what I'm saying, of a great teacher can do for you and the long lasting effects, you know what I'm saying. So from you, do do you remember any great teachers? What effect they have? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you.
It's so crazy that you asked that because I was very smart growing up, and I was in tag and all that kind of stuff or whatever. But and I remember everything from when I'm younger. But my teachers, I'm trying to think of who it was that made an impact on me. Now, I had several ones that I really, really liked. I had one teacher that made a negative impact on me. I'm gonna tell y'all why. But because I admire her, but she just anyway. So I can't say that I had quite a few that made like little impacts, but I was in school, but I was out of school. My mama stayed sick, so I missed a lot of days. But I was in school, and when I was in school, I made it count. One teacher, Miss French, I love the way, I always said that when I become a teacher, I love the way she read books. And I think that's why I admire people with big, I know this is so weird, but I love people who have wide mouths. Because when she would read, she would hold the book, and she was just she was so animated, and I was just hang on to her everywhere because I like to read. And
big books, because that's how she opened up to big people.
Miss French, my science teacher, I love the way she read. It was Miss Starks, my piano teacher. She taught me how to play the piano, and I spent time at her house. An old while, I think she probably dead now because she was old then, but she let me spend out. Miss Williams let me spend out of her house. But the one teacher who I loved the most, her name was Mrs. Howard or something, but she was a pretty black lady. She wore red lipstick, her nails was done, her hair was really long. She taught math, and I was always a clown, but I was smart, and so I never forget. I was at the overhead projector playing making jokes at my friend, and she was like, "Your ass ain't gonna." No, she said, "Your ass, you ain't gonna never be good in math because you just, And the way she was saying it to make me pay to get me right, but she fucked me up because I never tried math again. And that's why now with numbers, I'm better now. But I was like, because I admire you, and you said that to me, and that pissed me off. And then one day I was thinking, let me lick you up and down till you stay stop. And she said, "Do you know what that means?" I was like, she said, "You gonna be licking toes?" I was like, "Yeah," but I still like her. But she said that, and it discouraged me. I said that to say that teachers do make a big impact. You just never know what you say to a child, especially when they're admiring you and want to be like you, because you think teachers are like superheroes. You don't know they have a life outside of school. So if you see them outside of school, you're like, "Oh my God." But I had some, but my memory is so bad when it come to like that piece, because like I said, I was in and out of school because my mom was sick. But I had quite a few that made an impact on me. Like Miss French really did, but I love the way she read to me. What about you?
And what you said about what I'm saying, because when I was a kid, you think that the teachers, even though you know they have outside life, but you feel again, like I said, that they live in the school and they are untouchable and they are, like you said, superheroes. I thought that all of my teachers was, the perfect people, like they don't do any wrong, and they, and so a teacher that basically that I know for sure that like was one of my favorites was Miss Jones. She got married, Miss Jones Paul or whatever. I hope I'm gonna clip this and send this to you. She was one of my favorites or whatever. She's the reason why that I was even introduced to Delta.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Telling me that.
And so like that is the one, because she was she probably had just graduated from college and and came and taught, so she was very young, so she was more in in tune with us as because that was in high school, so she was the cool teacher, like she was cute, fly, and the way she taught, she broke it down, and she would always slide some Delta stuff in her of how she pledged or whatever. That's how I learned about knocking on down the door and the eating the fish and all that stuff from her. So because she my favorite teacher was a Delta, I'm like, she had all of us wanted to be Deltas, and so it was like, because she was the, the dance teacher. Now, mind you, I wanted to be, a part of the Princeton so bad, but because I was in volleyball, I had to choose because it was the same, season or whatever. So, I'm an athlete at heart, so I chose, volleyball. But then I would always want to go to practice over there, just, I'm like, because I love dance or whatever. So she was one of the ones who, so she inspired me to, look into Delta and, to pursue, that. So basically the introduction to them, when I looked into it, I'm like, oh, all these Deltas is fly. Y'all become the Delta or whatever. And then it was Miss Burnside is the reason why I think that I'm so good at math. Like you said about, see, it's the opposite for me. Yeah. Because I had a teacher that say something about, it was something that I had read when I was, I think, probably first, second grade. And she was like, well, go, you know what I'm saying? And so basically, so like with you, I'm like, oh my gosh, like now, you know what I'm saying? Dang, am I stupid? Like, why can't I, you know what I'm saying, read as fast or whatever? So again, like I said, those words from a teacher, you would never know what the impact, because in those walls of that school, everything that you say, the tone of voice that you use, the looks that you give, you know what I'm saying? It has a long lasting impact versus, you know what I'm saying, somebody just on the street and they just talking, because they probably forget that, but what you say matters. And so those teachers, you know what I'm saying, Ms. Burnside, it was something that she was like, she said, Charles, you so good at math or whatever. And I don't know why, it just hits you different.
Yeah, when you hear it from them.
And then when you hear from them, and it's like, bitch, I've been cold at math, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, it's just something that they push in you, and then you like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And then it's another damn, what's so crazy is her name, I can't think of her name, but she is the reason why that I was in so many things. She saw something in me, because in high school, again, I was in volleyball. I can list every organization I was in. It probably was in 12 organizations. When it came for yearbook pictures,
she was in all of them.
They was like Charsla Stater. You know what I'm saying? Next group, Charsla Stater. So basically, I was in mostly every, you know what I'm saying, organization or whatever. And she was one of the ones that say, because it was academic decathlon. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of that, but you know what I'm saying, the people who, I don't know if they still have it or whatever. And so this was for the real smart people. You had to basically have competitions for, you know what I'm saying, education. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I gotta go to volleyball practice. I gotta, you know what I'm saying, go to this practice. I gotta go to this meet. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do extra homework, because mind you, I was on the A on the road and I wasn't even doing homework. So now the fact that I knew that everybody at academic decathlon, they had to do homework and they had to read and all this, I'm like, I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, Charsla. She said, no. She said, you're going to do it. She said, because you know what I'm saying, your mind and how you are, and you're a leader, you know what I'm saying? She said, you're going to make our team great. And listen, I say this story all the time, because if she didn't push me, I would have never did it, because again, I was trying to go the easy way out. I'm like, I'm already making A's, you know what I'm saying, just doing this shit, you know what I'm saying? But I had to study that. I had to study and do that. I was the first one in our high school history to place a gold medal. And I was in the, you know what I'm saying, in the Dallas Morning News. I would never get it. I got the clips or whatever. I placed gold and silver. So I played, and what's so crazy is that, you know what I'm saying, my teacher who said, you know, about that reading, but I had placed a gold medal in writing, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm creative, you know what I'm saying, so and we was competing against, you know what I'm saying, all the whatever the what's them schools, the top schools, but what do they call the damn, I can't even think of it. Can't think of it. But however, you know what I'm saying, like all the smart ass for the magnet schools and all the other schools where, you know what I'm saying, these people like into that, I'm like, I beat all of them, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, you can tell me, I'm like, bitch, yeah, I'm smart, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So, but she pushed me to do that, you know what I'm saying, because of her words, and because she didn't allow me to be lazy. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm like, and what's so crazy is that I wouldn't consider lazy, because I was already doing a lot. I was already in out of other organizations planning and, you know what I'm saying, practicing, doing all this other shit. But she put something else on my plate. I'm like, because I told her, I was like, I gotta do all this. She was like, well, you can do it. Yeah. So she pushed me, you know what I'm saying? So she's one of the reasons why where I'm like, I can handle all this shit on my plate, because I did it and she believed in me. You know what I'm saying?
She gave you the confidence.
Yeah, she did. And you know what I'm saying? The fact that I placed, you know what I'm saying, like, and my principal, I think, because our principal was a Delta, she loved me then, because I was a class clown, you know what I'm saying, and so I was always in trouble. But when I scored, you know what I'm saying, a gold medal for, you know what I'm saying, our school, and was in the newspaper and it had them to come interview me, she loved me. The principal was like, oh, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, but last week I was in your office, you know what I'm saying, for you know what I'm saying, clown or whatever, but then now, you know, I'm smart and I'm a clown, you know what I'm saying.
Most class clowns are.
Yeah, most clowns are.
Most class clowns are.
So basically, she affected me in that way, and I really wish I could find her, so I can, you know what I'm saying, really hug and give her flowers, because she followed me on Facebook, and I need to. I got because I remember I had inboxed her one day, or I probably wrote on her post something. And I was like, thank you so much. You are, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to give her flowers, you know what I'm saying? And then you have those, like I said, that are negative ones, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember in high school as well, it was this man. he was an older man, right? Now mind you, he wasn't an older man. We was in high school. He probably was 30. You know what I'm saying?
Compared to us.
Yeah, compared to us. You know what I'm saying? He probably was 30. But because I was a senior or a junior, whatever, this man had a crush on me. You get what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna say like it was because even my brother, I never forget, because senior, you know what I'm saying, came around and year came around and he was just like, because he used to come to our volleyball games, he would take pictures, and I remember him showing me like, because I ain't gonna say because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, put it out there because I know probably some of my classmates watching or whatever, but he made me, you know what I'm saying, like not like older men.
Creepy.
You get what I'm saying? Like, not trying to be funny, but not in an older man like that. You know, because we see some of our classmates and they have like old ass men, and so me and her talk about this all the time. And I'm like, I don't like, you know what I'm saying, older men. And I think that's because of him. And mind you, he was a nice looking older dude, but the fact that I was in high school and the fact that like he was like on me, like he, you know what I'm saying, because even when I graduated, my brother still went to the school, and that teacher gave my brother money to give to me. Because he still wanted to, he was like, get it to your sister, tell her, you know what I'm saying, I hope she doing all right and stuff. Like, he would always, you know what I'm saying? Because
your brother took that money, didn't he?
Yeah. I don't blame him. Like, shit, take it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because in volleyball, we had to wear tights, you know, short tights. And he would always, you know what I'm saying, say, he would come to the game, I think, just to see me in those tights. Then your girl's fine. But he shouldn't have been, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a fucking, and so as I, you know what I'm saying, as I thought about it, I'm like, that's probably one of the reasons why, like, I like a man, you know what I'm saying, that I just can't have you much older than me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it creeps me out or whatever. But so I would say, you know what I'm saying, the impacts of great teachers will, you know what I'm saying, inspire you for years to come, for life. You get what I'm saying? Because they one little push, and I believe, you know what I'm saying, probably everybody in Boosie's life probably told him that he was shit or he was bad.
He wasn't gonna be shit. His poems, you know what I'm saying? Stuff he wrote.
So for her, you know what I'm saying, like, there probably was the one place where he felt safe, you know what I'm saying, where he was like, you know what, I got hate from everybody else, but I know when I come in whatever the teacher class is, I'm gonna feel like I'm him, and I'm, you know what I'm saying,
motivated him, and when we were talking to her on the phone, and she was like, yeah, I knew you was gonna be, yeah, she really meant it.
Yeah, so even, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna lie, like, that's the reason why, like, even on some days when I go to the school now, I be tired, I be, you know what I'm saying, like, so, and so I say a prayer to myself before I go in my classroom of like, hey, Lord, help me with my tone of voice, you know what I'm saying, of what to say and project to these kids, because I know, you know what I'm saying, like, because there's certain stuff like they'll ask me over and over, Miss Gary, you know what I'm saying, can we, and knowing I just said it 5 times, and so I catch myself like, I'm like, did I tell you that? And then I said, we're gonna do, you know what I'm saying, because I know no matter what, like, it's gonna affect them in a way, you know what I'm saying, because when, you know what I'm saying, when I was absent, you know who, you know, I don't want to say the names, but you know, Elle, she was like, Miss Gary, like, basically, like, she was like, you wasn't here, you know what I'm saying, and that girl is attached to me like this. She's
so sweet.
She's the sweetest thing ever, you know what I'm saying, and I know, even from some other classmates, you know what I'm saying, like, from what I say to them, I see their confidence is building, you know what I'm saying, that's a beautiful thing, because I'm like, I know that this gonna last y'all lifetimes, you know what I'm saying, in the future, because my thing is, I want to, you know what I'm saying, forget all the academics that I'm teaching. You never really, with great teachers, you never really remember all of the academic stuff. Mostly, you remember how they made you feel. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is always to, you know what I'm saying, make these kids feel loved and feel supported, and always try to inspire them. Even though I'm in my head, I'm like, this dumb motherfucker hurt. But you know what I'm saying? I'm like, no matter what, you know what I'm saying, you gotta still, you know what I'm saying, motivate, you know what I'm saying? So we need great teachers, and not people just, you know what I'm saying, just coming for a check, because, you know what I'm saying, because it is a huge responsibility, because you don't know, they probably never get that shit at home. But you know what I'm saying, if they at home, they probably get, you know what I'm saying, just get something to eat and then just go in their room, and they probably, their parents don't never fuck with them no more, so you know what I'm saying? So we just never know, you know what I'm saying, what they're lacking at home. So, you know what I'm saying, that's why when they come in the classroom, they see like, it's somebody here, and they focus is on me. Because at home, they're not focused on me. They're not giving me the attention. They're not giving me, you know what I'm saying, making sure that I even eat sometimes. My teacher makes sure that I at least have breakfast and go to lunch, you know what I'm saying, or something. But sometimes that is the only love that they have. It's the only support. It's probably the only time they hear positive things, you know what I'm saying. So it's a lot. So it will, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I kept going. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. No, that's it. I have nothing to say.
So, but yeah, that was a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying, to see that, because it will have you, you know what I'm saying, like, never forgetting that person. That person could be, like I said, that teacher could be the worst thing outside that classroom. In that classroom, he made, you know what I'm saying,
Made you feel like something.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, so I was texting somebody in class, right? And you know what I'm saying, it was some freaky shit, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody texted me something freaky. My kids over there reading, you know what I'm saying? So it was, you know what I'm saying, so that you know, it was just my time over there on my desk, and I was, you know what I'm saying, doing lesson plan. And so I had said something back, and he was like, your kids don't even know you're a certified freak. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, it don't even matter that, you know what I'm saying, the kids don't need to know all this shit, but inside this classroom, they gonna know that I love them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it don't matter what the fuck that Boosie teacher did outside, but inside, she made them feel loved, you know what I'm saying?
Always remember, he remember everything she taught him, he repeated everything she ever said to him, and she was like, oh my God, he like, I want to cry, he turned into that little boy again.
Yeah, the little boy, because I promise you, it was some, what was it? Some years ago, I remember, I think I told you when I went to graduation, and then this girl, she said, Miss Garrett, because that's when I was teaching her about, she said, Miss Garrett, she said, you are the reason I'm going to college. And remember, I got in my car and I boo-hooed. You know what I'm saying? Because she was like, you used to always talk about college and your sorority, because it reminded me of my teacher that, you know what I'm saying, inspired me to go and pledge, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, you just never know. So whoever it is, if you teach out there, please, you know what I'm saying, do right. Yeah, because don't do the kids, because you can, you know what I'm saying, have a whole bunch of fucking people out
here. You might
here.
have a Boosie in your class.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then they come and buy your house and shit. Goddamn. Because he probably best of the game. We just never know.
We never know.
We just never know.
She probably didn't take it because she like, no.
Yeah.
Torrance.
I take it. Come on, Torrance. I need a new house. Yep. Come on.
Give me that house. Torrance. Yeah, Torrance had Jane. Yeah.
Yep. Anyways, you got something else you want to say, Dick Sucker? You got something else you want to say?
I don't.
With the open mouth, the wide mouth over there, you know what I'm saying? Got something else you want to say?
No, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, me and Dick Sucker, we just say bye.